For a few years now, I've had this irrational fear of someone or something staring into my window at night while I'm in bed. When I would watch something scary, I'd close the blinds. When I would go to sleep, I'd do the same, to make sure I didn't wake up and see anyone staring down at me. I never actually saw anything to warrant this fear. My mind makes up things sometimes and creates bad situations out of nothing. Like when I'm walking back to my room from the kitchen in the dark, and I feel like I hear something running up behind me, so I pick up my pace and run into my room. All of these random precautions with no actual cause. But nothing would prepare me for what happened last night. It was a normal night like any other for me, watching YouTube in bed, probably snacking on some unhealthy substance. I usually watch for about an hour or two before bed. I turn the TV off, get under my covers, and get ready for bed. I had been really tired from work that day, and fell asleep pretty easily. I awoke about an hour later to leaves being stepped on outside my window. I look up to see that I didn't close my blinds before I went to bed like I usually did. The irrational fear kicked in and I jumped up and closed the blinds, and laid back down. I tried to go back to sleep, but that's when I heard it. A noise from the other side of the window. A set of whispers. There was a fucking person on the other side. My heart started beating extremely fast. I couldn't make out the whispers because of my heartbeat. I slowed my heart rate down as much as I could to try and make out what the person was saying.
Just open the blinds. Just open them. I won't hurt you, I promise.
On a loop over and over. I ran out of the room and called up to my uncle as loud as I could. He came running down the stairs with his bat and told him what I had heard. Are you fucking serious, bro? It's 3 a.m. I swear I'm not making it up. We have to check outside. Fuck that, dude. I have work at 8 a.m. Go back to bed. Reluctantly, I walked back into my room, laid down and tried to go back to sleep. Which I did. I had no more encounters with the whispering person outside my window for the rest of the night. I woke up around 12 p.m. and had remembered what happened the night prior. Knowing it couldn't have been a dream, I rushed out of bed and checked outside to see if there was any sign of anyone or anything that made an imprint on the ground or left hair behind. Anything to show someone that I wasn't making this shit up. But there was nothing. When my uncle got home, he was still mad about the night prior with me waking him up. You gotta stop with this irrational bullshit, man. I heard you at night running around in your room, slamming your door. There ain't anything in the house. I know. I'm gonna try to see a psychologist at some point. I want to know why I keep making stuff up to the point where it's putting me in full panic mode. Later that night, I was doing the same thing I had done the previous night. Watched YouTube for a few hours, ate some food, and got under the covers and started to drift off. When I heard them again. The whispers. But I wasn't in panic mode this time, so my heart wasn't beating as fast. So I could make out what they were saying more clearly. I had got it wrong the first time.
Just go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep. I'll come out when you're asleep.
Apparently my mind had made a fake assumption as usual in the worst situation possible. Thinking something was outside my window, so my mind made up what the whispers were saying to solidify the fear. I'm not asleep yet, and I think it knows. And I think it's getting irritated. Because even under the covers of my blanket, I can hear the closet door start to open.